do a lot of your work in silence. Other people may come to you and talk about their plans a lot, talk about the things that they currently have going and the things that they're doing. But there's something very private about your energy because you understand that when something is in utero, when something is in formation, it's best not to disperse the energy too fast. And there may be people that are looking at you, not even realizing the level of work that you do on a daily basis in multiple areas of your life because you're humble about it. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to scream it to everybody. You don't need everybody's validation. But the work that you've been doing in private is about to be recognized in public.
And not only are you smarter than you look, you never say everything that you know, which is why people end up feeling tricked by you. They watch you, they study you, they make assumptions that you are naive or that you are green, not realizing just how much wisdom and how much restraint you actually possess. Not realizing you only aging backwards because of the fact you use your tools, you use your wisdom. That's why people who try to get close to you knowing they have underlying bad intentions or hidden agendas always end up resenting you because they think it'll be much easier than it actually is to penetrate your bubble. They think that it'll be easy based off their assumptions to infiltrate your spaces, which is how they end up offended when they realize you know how to be both polite and kind, but also you know how to stand on your boundaries. You understand that everything is not for everybody. You don't give people access to you simply because they are in proximity with you. You don't assume because you and someone may have similarities that may appear that you are the same, that automatically means that you are supposed to be close. You use your discernment to make sure you are not confusing someone's personality with their character, because they can be cool for now, but long term, the pattern will show that they are not the kind of person you need to invest into long term, which you only know because you pay attention and do not jump into connections prematurely. People get entitled to your energy too quickly and then end up offended when they see that you possess the level of independence and self-sufficiency and autonomy where you don't need to be a part of codependent relationships. You don't need to get overly invested with anybody too soon. You know, when you rush in, you 9 times out of 10 rush out. So you are intentional about collecting the data.
What it do, Virgos? It's me again. I'm gonna apologize because I be getting up on here spilling our sauce, and I'm just spilling the sauce again today, right? I'm gonna tell you why your Virgo friend don't have a lot of friends. Because a Virgo, we have a large capacity to love, to care, to nurture, to pay attention to details, to be loyal, to be supportive, to be caring, to provide solutions to your problems. But we do not have a large tolerance level. We have a large capacity and a low tolerance level, and I'm gonna tell you why. We don't operate in a space of complacency well. We don't operate in a space of complaining well. You know what I mean? You got about 2.5 business seconds to complain with a Virgo, and then our brain just start going and going and going because we're solution based, right? So we'll start offering you solutions, even though there may not be like immediate things that you can do. We'll let it simmer on your brain. We'll put it there, and we'll plant the seed, right? A Virgo is great at planting the seeds because we want to see how you're going to water and tend to your own garden, right? Also, as a Virgo, we are very similar to Cancers in a way where we are known as the hermits of the zodiac. We will go into our shell. When a Virgo needs to get our energy right and we need to stabilize in our own frequency, we retreat into our shell. We become too affected by the energy of other people, right? And so sometimes if you're befriending a Virgo and you're not cognizant of the Virgo and you don't check in with the Virgo and say, hey, Virgo, how you feeling today? Do you have the capacity to hold this for me, right? And you just assume that your Virgo friend is there for it. You have to be cognizant, and it is very important if you have a Virgo friend for you to check on them and see where they're at. That is a big secret that'll make a lot of friendships last longer. Also, why Virgos don't have a lot of friends, if we are very picky about who we allow in our lives and who we choose to involve ourselves on that level, right? If I'm vibing with you and I decide to make you my friend, it's because I like you for you. There are traits that I see in you that I like, your personality, whatever, we click, we're vibing. Why is it that people befriend a Virgo and then they want to morph their whole entire personality into ours? We don't like that. Virgos do not like that. Virgo, we befriended you because we liked you for you, right? So if we get close to you and now you're talking like us and doing things like us and your mannerisms start to change and now we're side-eyeing the fuck out of you. Because now we're questioning, why are you my friend to begin with? Are you here to siphon my energy? Also, we deal with a lot of covert, jealous people. People who want to get close to us to tear us down, right? A Virgo is best when we're in our Delulu energy. What I mean by that is Virgos get crazy, stupid, delusional about what we want to manifest, right? And we like to plant seeds in the minds of people who will help manifest that idea for us, right? So if you're my friend and I'm coming to you about something that I want for myself, or I strongly believe in my heart that I desire and I deserve, and you try to tell me what you think is better for me in my life, not even knowing that the way my mind works, I have analyzed every possible scenario before even entering myself into this life path. We don't need your advice. And that is respectful. Like, Virgo, no, we're not always right. And we appreciate advice, but we're looking for people who support our delusions, right? And if I'm not hurting myself or hurting anybody else or anything like that, why are you meeting my dreams and goals with your doubt? That's the quickest way to get cut off by Virgo. And that's all I got for you guys today. So if you got a Virgo friend, hug him, tell him you love him today. And for real, cherish that, because you don't get Virgo friends often. We don't fuck with people. We don't.
This is for all my Virgos. Are you guys like experiencing like the worst time with this Mercury retrograde, or is it just me? Like, I've been going through a wave of roller coaster of like emotions, like a roller coaster of emotions. Like, I'm so mad. I want to cut everybody off. I want to just start all over. I'm good. I'm just like, I don't know. Am I the only one? How much longer? I want it to end.
And let me say this, if you think that people feeding off your energy is not real, you got another thing coming. People feed off your energy all the time. Why do you think when you get ready to cut a motherfucker off, they go to calling and texting you, they go to blowing you up? Now they popping up at your house. When you decide and you make up in your mind, I'm finna cut this person off on my energy, they feel it. They can feel it. You have to guard your energy. When you are sad, when you broken, when you depressed over somebody, they feel it and they feed off of it. This person will be the one all day without calling and texting you, saying something to you. The moment you make up in your mind and you decide, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm finna cut this person off. That person will deliberately go out their way. They'll start calling you, texting you, doing all kind of stuff. Let me tell y'all something. One of my exes, he used to do the absolute most. He used to do all kind of stuff. Longest I was sad and heartbroken over him, one picking up the phone, one calling, one texting, one saying nothing. Moving as he pleased. The moment that I decided, you know what, I'm not doing this no more, I don't want to do this no more with you, it's over with, no more of my energy, that man damn near took his life. He could not take it when I took my energy back from him. That's why I preach on blocking people. You have to block people. Stop letting people feed off your energy. It don't do shit but boost their ego. Keep them going. Stop letting it happen. Cut your energy off from people and watch how they act.
You having a spiritual warfare. You having a spiritual warfare and you winning. So you wondering, why do I keep thinking about them? I don't want them. I don't like them no more. Everything about them makes me feel like I wasn't using my right mind, which makes you even more upset. It's called spiritual warfare. You are battling with something that you can't see or touch, but you're battling with it one way or another. And it's intentional by them. So they feel like as long as they hurt you, you got to deal with that. So you can get rid of them all you want, but they left a mark. They left a mark, and you don't want that mark on you. But God is good. Because whatever they marked you with, God allowed it. He raised you through them. See, if they would have known that what they was going to do was going to help you grow, they wouldn't have did it. They wouldn't have taught you not to trust somebody. They wouldn't have taught you not to give your love away so fast. They wouldn't have taught you to take your time. But now you know from them and their experiences what is really God. And you're doing a great job, by the way. You are doing a great job, because if it's on your mind, then let it be. Let it be. You can't help that. You spent a lot of time with this person or these people. It could be even more than one people, which is even more sad. But you spent a lot of time with them. So it's okay for you to have thoughts and memories. It's called nostalgia. When a certain song come on that y'all used to listen to and you get a playback in your head, that's nostalgia. Everybody get it. Sometimes you might cross a place where y'all used to hang out and you feel sick, like, ugh. That's also nostalgia. That's the feeling that they left you with. But every time you pass there, you are regurgitating those feelings. That's why you feel disgusted. You disgusted with yourself for allowing them to play with you. You disgusted with them for playing with you and making you feel like you're not a good decision maker. You make good decisions. You just walking in the jungle. You are a little bitty kitten walking in the jungle amongst lions, tigers, and birds, and they've been seeing you coming. They the ones preyed on you. Unfortunately for them, though, the small cat outroared the big one.
You know what it is about you that people feel like they can't compete with? You treat people like people. You treat people like people, and you may be thinking, well, doesn't everybody? No. No, they don't. No, sir, no, ma'am. No, they do not. Most people treat people like they're pawns in some game board on which they need to be the last one standing on. Just like a chessboard. Not you. You treat people like people. You make people, anybody, feel like a somebody. And that's something that people can't understand. They can't understand how they could possibly compete with that, because that's a level of authenticity that they just can't comprehend. And they pride themselves on being able to comprehend a lot, but they can't comprehend how you don't have to walk around playing chess with people.
You can literally adjust your whole entire reality through your self-concept overnight. Let me tell y'all, I did this within a couple of days. Everything is brand new. Like, it's like I'm in a whole new reality. Like, I quantum leaped to a different reality through self-concept work. It's like I've been listening to a high frequency guru, and for the most part, I ain't been on the internet. So I ain't got a whole bunch of different voices, a whole bunch of different beliefs in my head. I cleared my head. I've been listening to Abraham Hicks, Brian Scott, high frequency guru, and when I tell you, my whole entire everything is just so much better. All you got to do is get off the internet for a little while. Take a hiatus. You want to make your videos, and get off the internet and listen to concept work. Listen to your subliminals, listen to your affirmations, and watch instantly. It's gonna straighten up for you.
You can always tell when you're the original. People are always copying you. Even if you never get the credit, you are the blueprint. They can try to steal the recipe, but the sauce will never turn out the same. They will watch you day and night, but will never admit that you inspire them. People will become jealous of you because originality can't be bought. You either have it or you don't. You'll be in your own little world, but people will still compete with you constantly. Because once you create a lane, not everybody else want to race. People don't compete with what's average. They compete against the standard. You don't follow trends, you create them. That's why people be looking at you crazy when you be doing stuff first. They don't understand your natural creativity, your authenticity, or your innovation. But after they see this working out for you, next thing you know, they trying to do it too. And you will make people feel uncomfortable, especially in a world where it is rewarded to be a follower, not a leader. You don't think how everybody else thinks. In fact, you literally mind your business and focus on your goals. While everybody else is doing the most, you've never lost sight of your vision or where you're trying to go in this life.
I'm gonna have to get used to sharing, because as of right now, it is 100 women to every one man. So either you gonna switch to the other side or you gonna do some sharing. Pick and choose. You know, you were taught as a very young woman to share. They taught you in grade school to share. I don't know what's going on. If you can love more than one kid at a time, then a man can love more than one woman at a time.
100%.
And a lot of people downplay polygamy and, you know, they preach monogamy, but think about how many monogamous relationships have failed due to a guy wanting more than one. And, you know, people will say, oh, I could never do that. You're probably doing it anyway. You just don't know.
That's just real life.
But a lot of women would rather not know. I don't believe in restriction. And I feel like a lot of people, they get with their person, their life partner, their, you know, whatever, and they have regrets later on in life. And a lot of times people end up hating their spouse or hating their partner because they're like, the only reason why I can't do this is because I'm with you. I never want our relationship to be like that.
Virgos are one of the horniest signs.
I understand this, but continue for everyone listening.
So I think, you know, Virgo, we associate that with virginal.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've met a Virgo, you're like, whoa, I don't know if you get laid. You know what I mean? You know,
Virgo
like
men especially.
especially. And so, but my thing about Virgos is that they are so horny that they kind of shove it inside. And when, you know, just like Catholicism, like the more you repress the horniness, the more it builds and builds.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, I do think they're one of the horniest signs.
Why you intimidate people just by existing and you're literally not doing anything but existing? A lot of times people have already decided that they're going to have a problem with you, like within a few seconds of meeting you, if they have problems within themselves. So if they see you, they see your aura. A lot of you guys have magnetic auras, so people can already feel when you come into the room. They feel your presence heavily. Even if you're just trying to be calm, cool, and collected, there's no such thing when you have a strong presence. So people will literally already decide whether they're going to like you, whether they don't, whatever the case may be, within those 5 seconds of meeting you. So after they decide that, they're going to sit there and try to like size you up the whole time that you're in the room, and you're going to feel these people's energy or whatever the case may be. And you're literally just trying to exist. And the thing is, because some people, even though they act like this, they do have the knowledge of that saying where they're like, watch out for the quiet ones. Like some people know that that's a real thing, because you know what? When somebody is loud and they act on emotion, you can kind of predict what that person's going to do. So you can already be prepared. Oh, this person's going to do that. But when you're dealing with somebody who's calm, cool, and collected, you don't know how to read them. You don't know their next step, and it's a mystery. So people get intimidated by that, because if they don't have good intentions for you, it's almost like, how can they prepare for the war? How can they prepare for the battle if they don't know what they're up against? Well, tough shit for them, because the thing is, they're never going to be able to understand, and they're never going to be prepared for what they're trying to go up against, which is you. And if they try to come up against you, they're going to fall heavily, because the thing about you being this calm, cool, collected person is because you observe and you listen and don't react. You listen and don't react. You are the type of person who you see everything before it happens, kind of thing. Or you're just prepared. And it's like nobody's going to catch you slipping, because the thing is, you're always on guard in some sense. Yeah, you let your guard down when you're around the right people that you trust. But around people that you get an iffy feeling about, you're never going to get too comfortable. And it's never going to be that type of a day. So when people want to get you to like, loosen up, drop this thing, it's not that you're uptight. It's that you see what it is. And you've already known what that person is up to. And they want you to get comfortable with them so they can find some way to either betray you or do something weird to kind of knock you off your game. I don't know where my thing cut off at, but basically, yeah, people can't pinpoint you. People can't predict what you're going to do. And that's good, because at the end of the day, people know, in a sense, like, not to play with you. And if they try to play with you, they learn very quickly why they should have just ate their food and sat in the corner and left it alone. And so, yeah, if you ever wonder why some people just don't like you and you're not doing anything, it's because they're intimidated by your presence, your authenticity, and the fact that you don't feel the need to sit and seek this validation that a lot of other people do, and they're seeking it from you, but you could care less.
Your dreams, your joy, your whimsy, your connection to nature, your connection to freedom, your sovereignty is that serious. It is a big deal. The effort that you put into you is going to save your life.
Bro, like, you got the capacity. You've always had the capacity. You can do it. Stop doubting yourself. Stop telling yourself you can't do something that God called you to do. You can do it. You're doubting yourself while God told you you're qualified. God told you you're qualified. God told you could do it. God gave you the vision. God gave you the dream. And you sitting up here questioning yourself. Where you think the dream came from? Where you think that deep feeling in your spirit and soul came from, that you know that you're supposed to do certain things? Like, you could do it. You got it. Push through. Fulfill your purpose.
And I do my own thing. When this nigga fucked me now, he literally thanked me while he in the pussy. He called me his queen. I want to serve you. This the same nigga that I'm sleeping on the couch because I called him cheating. And I politely asked this nigga to stop. My ex-husband had a whole girlfriend when I was pregnant. I'm married. I got married, so I didn't have to go through these things. Nigga, I'm going through it. I've gotten reports from 3 different niggas now that I give terrible head. Teethy, if you will.
That's terrible news like that.
Man, I ain't been fucking nothing. I haven't had sex in 2.5 months.
It's always that 2-3 months. It's always that, ain't it?
Oh no, I got my girl. Like, I deal with my girl right now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not in that mode.
Shout her out.
Feel what I'm saying? No, I ain't doing all that.
You probably don't even have a girlfriend.
Am I a weak nigga? I'm a man, right?
That
you know what I'm saying?
That didn't give me.
I know, but that's why I was good.
Everything always works out in my favor. The universe supports me in every way. I trust that life is unfolding perfectly for me. Good things are always coming my way. Every challenge leads to a greater blessing.
So, baby, it's your aura. It's your aura. That's why people either really, really, really like you, or they really, 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 really don't like you and envy you. Baby, it's your aura. It's your aura. And there's really no in between with you. It's either people love you or they don't. And the ones that don't, it's not that they don't find you lovely or don't find everything about you wonderful. It's the fact that they want to be you. They want to be you. They want to be you, babe. So you need to use your discernment, because I'm hearing that there's a few people around you that want a destiny swap, or that are actively sending you evil eye, babe. It's time to tap in, tune in, and turn on to your discernment, babe, because like I said, it's your aura, baby. Everything about you is magical, wonderful, and beautiful, and don't you ever motherfucking forget it. Okay? I love you. You know what to do.